would be given the 3 series discounts. Now again, Kip's going to look at this and say, well, this is a lot of work just to, get the answer that we could really do the series discount. Yes, again. But again, if you reuse this over and over again, it would make a difference. So 10%, 25, and I think 5, right? Okay. So the first thing that you're going to do in the complement method is you're going to take each one of your percents and simply subtract it from 100. So obviously, 100 minus 10, 100 minus 25, and 100 minus 5. Okay? So essentially, these are my complements. So this would obviously be 90, 75, and 95. Everybody good with that? Pretty easy. Then you're going to basically turn these each into decimals. And you're going to multiply all of those together. All right, so if you punch all of that into your calculator, what do we get? Say it one more time, Mike. 0.64125. And doesn't that look familiar to what we were using yesterday? So basically this, if I use this percentage right here, I'm going to get my what? I'm going to get my new invoice price. If I wanted the amount of discount, I would take this number and do what with it? Subtract it from 100, or in this case, if you're going to subtract it from 100, then you got to move your decimal 2 places. If you're going to use this decimal that you just have, you just simply subtract from 1. So what's 1 minus this decimal?
35875.
Okay. So this again, if I use this number right here, I'm going to get my new invoice price. If I just wanted the discount, I could use this decimal, and I could find out what the amount of the discount was. Now, if I still wanted to find the amount of discount, I could still use this first decimal that we found. I would just have to take that and subtract it from whatever we had. Okay? And so then, wasn't it, what was the original price in this one? 12 something? So we would have taken our $12.80 times our 0.64125, and you would have gotten your new invoice price. So that would have been telling you what you're going to pay for. Okay? So, again, this one's probably not as much math as the first one. What was the first one called? The percent method, right? That was probably the most math. But again, we would just do that one time and then keep that somewhere, or make a chart like they did in the second section. And then this last one's the complement method, because we're finding what percent goes with it. And then we're going to multiply those percentages together. So that's the biggest thing. You got to remember to multiply. Some people try to add, so you got to multiply them together to get that decimal.
If there was the complement theory, then why would businesses ever use the percent?
Just a different way of doing it, I guess. People that like math, I don't know. So me and you are going to do that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
No?
Probably not.
Okay. It's just their preference. But essentially, you're right. Why would they do that when this was way faster than that percent method? And again, then I'm probably going to set this table up, and keep those 3 percentages together. And I know that if I ever have that percentage, I know that my decimal that I can use is that 0.64125.
For the table method, you always just go across the top with the highest percentage.
The first, you got to go in order. So the first one is the number across the top, and then the other 2 should be in that category. So sometimes that's where you can't use that table because they just haven't done that one yet. So then you would have to do either that percent method or this complement method to put it into that table. So I don't think this one would have been on it, would it?
What if you did the 25
If you
and
did
then
25,
10
10 and 5, it still works.
Yeah, but that's not the order they gave it to you in. So it's different,
So is that just chance, or?
because they're saying you could do this one first.
25 and then 10-5?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Because realistically, it shouldn't really matter, so I would guess that any combination of those, but usually it's by that order, but you're right. Because realistically, if you did the other one, you know how we did that series one yesterday? You could actually go in a different order with that series and you should get the same answer too. So yeah. All right. So you get the rest of the time to work on the problems, unless you have any questions. All right. So you can have the rest of the time to work, and then hopefully you won't have any time. So Monday, I guess we can make a decision now. Do you want to take the quiz on Monday, or do you want to come back on Tuesday?